Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Kamilian and I've got some big news coming up at the end of the video, but for now, in this series, I share unpopular opinions of mine on movies, TV shows, and games. So with that, today, in my opinion, I believe that the ending of Halo 2 was perfect. Now, I'm not trying to tell you this as a fact, nor am I trying to change your mind. All I ask is that you hear me out. "15 years ago, we finally got to finish the fight. Halo 3 was phenomenal in almost every way. The build up to release, the emotional rollercoaster of a campaign, and the gameplay was damn near flawless. Bungie, without a doubt, stuck the landing when it came to Halo 3, and I believe that a large part of that was due to the cliffhanger ending in Halo 2. But to fully understand why I believe the ending of Halo 2 was amazing, I'll need to take a few steps back. Bear with me. Halo Combat Evolved. The game that revolutionized console FPS. It thrust twin-stick controls into the spotlight and coupled with some of the best AI, graphics, and physics as well as story of any console FPS at the time, it was hard to ignore. There are often many cliches used in games, but Bungie decided to use almost every cliche they could think of in Halo Combat Evolved, and somehow they still made it work. I think I said this best back in my legendary Halo Combat Evolved playthrough with Remora a few years ago.
Okay, there are a lot of games out there which throw a lot of cliches into their gameplay. But there are not many which throw every cliche into a game and still have it work. I mean, literally, what were the developers thinking making Halo? Okay, we're gonna set this 500 years in the future. Okay, so clearly we can now space travel. Are you dead? We're at war with an alien race for an unknown religious reason. You know, we're gonna situate this on an alien planet against an alien covenant. At that, not just a single race, but a whole alien covenant. When you know what, let's just add some zombies in there, or zombie parasite kind of things, just for good measure. I feel like we're missing something. We're missing a super weapon. Oh, did I mention the whole thing you've been on this entire time is a super weapon?
Halo Combat Evolved is still, to this day, very replayable and fun. Every step, not you, of the way. Story is gripping, suspenseful, and has a great pace. The characters all feel like they build near instant rapport with the player, and the AI was amazing for its time, with enemies not only responding to what you do to them, but to others as well. The elites are mobile without being completely broken. Jackals know when to bunker down, and hunters were scary in just the right ways, again, without being completely broken. The game's difficulty balance is flawless, being very challenging where it needs to be, and a breeze where Chief wouldn't have had any troubles at all. The levels were awe-inspiring and filled with constant, ever-changing wonder, whilst the music, oh my god, the music. It still sends shivers down my spine hearing any music from Halo Combat Evolved. Halo 2. The pressure to expand on Halo CE was not lost on Bungie. They pulled out all the stops for Halo 2 and it paid off. There are few sequels that come out of the gates as strong as Halo 2 did. Halo 2 expanded its universe in ways that players could not dream of back then, and it cemented Master Chief as one of the biggest video game badasses ever. It's so hard to narrow it down, but one of my all-time favorite moments between Chief and Cortana actually happens early on in Halo 2, when Chief personally marks a Covenant bomb with Return to Sender. As he's about to open the airlock and launch the bomb with himself riding it into the enemy ship, he pauses as Cortana asks, "What if we miss?" Chief, showing zero signs of doubt, simply replies,
I won't.
We also got the chance to play as the Arbiter and get an inside look into the Covenant. This helped to create one of the strongest stories we've seen in the series so far. It turned the Covenant into a living, breathing, militarized cult rather than some goofy aliens randomly being dropped on you in an area you happen to be in. The opening alone was phenomenal. It gave us a sense of scale and an alternate perspective to Installation 04's ending. It sets the stage for the Arbiter's conflict with Chief and his own amazing redemption arc, as well as letting us know that the legacy of Captain Keyes will carry on with his daughter Miranda. Last but not least, this scene shows us that our actions in the previous game are having a direct impact on this one. You really can't ask for a better opening than that. Halo 2 is a near perfect example of how to increase the scale of a sequel. Almost everything is bigger and better, but most importantly, it still felt like Halo. Halo 2 truly confirmed its place as a serious contender in the market. The ending. I never really understood why the ending of Halo 2 received the hate that it did, other than because it was a cliffhanger ending. And just to be clear, I'm talking about Chief's final scene, not the legendary ending. However, if I was to guess, I would say it could simply be that most of us just didn't want this truly amazing story to end. You didn't want to have to wait years to experience more of the story, to finish the fight. I know that since its release, we've learned of the cut content and issues in development, but think back, if you will, to a time when there were only two Halo games in existence: Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2. To me, it was the perfect cliffhanger. Halo 2 did have a complete story, and it deserved that cliffhanger. I definitely believe that Halo 2's ending was one of the best things Bungie could have done. Think about the story, the gameplay, everything I've mentioned so far. It's all led to this moment. This all led to Bungie coining the phrase, "finish the fight." It became a huge tagline and marketing campaign leading up to the enormous climactic ending that was Halo 3. There is no denying that Halo 3 was very successful upon release and remains one of the most popular Halo games to this day. I strongly believe that the impact Halo 3 had, the overall story, and the character development that was present within Halo 3, as well as how satisfying Halo 3's ending was, would not have been anywhere near as impactful as it was without the magnificent ending that was in Halo 2. But the best part about all of this is that Halo 2's ending being perfect is just my opinion. And at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's just my opinion. It's not fact. Regardless of whether your opinions align with mine or not, I would honestly love to hear about them down in the comments below. If you have enjoyed the Hear Me Out series so far, like, share, subscribe. But the big news I mentioned earlier is I'm finally properly announcing Hear Us Out. In short, my moderators are getting involved. And we're going to be having live conversations, all four of us, on Twitch. We'll be talking about some of my previous opinions of their own, as well as many other topics and questions, live on Twitch. My Twitch link is in the description below, as well as my Discord link. Discord is where I primarily update and have conversations about all previous and future videos. So definitely jump over there if you'd like to stay up to date on announcements. But otherwise, thank you for your time. But most importantly, thank you for hearing me out.
This is Spartan 117.
Anyone hear me? Over.
Isolate that signal. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.